Hey guys, this is Carl. Welcome to Promo Look At. These are basic videos that I do for tabletop gaming. Without further ado, today's promo we're going to be looking at is for Clank, a deck building adventure game made by Dire Wolf and published by Renegade Studios. So, the promo we're going to be looking at is actually going to be two promo cards because there's actually two versions of it, and you guys are going to say, hey, Crow, they're the same card. Just a little tiny difference. Yep. So I'm going to begin by saying it's called Wand of Time. You get 2 victory points at the end of the game. It gives you a 2-buy power to buy any cards that are available. And basically the card is just basically the picture is on a stone statue with 2 pillars holding a wand. Basically it's orange and white. It's like purplish, blackish. Both of them have the same color and like a little white, little light right there at the end. And here is where you're going to notice the tiny little difference. I'm going to read the card. You got to purchase for 6, and it says right here, take a card from your discard pile into your hand. If your discard pile is empty, draw 2 cards instead. Pretty good effect. And then you have a little text here saying, what time is it? What time do you want it to be? This one down here though just says 2018 tournament champion in a gold signature. So that's the only difference between the 2 cards, is basically just that little section right there. Other than that, it's the same card. So I'm going to explain a little bit of rulings, and then I'm going to talk about basically a little extra stuff about it. So first off, I'm going to say, if you like to sleeve your cards, you can sleeve your cards in standard Pokemon Magic the Gathering cards sleeves. So that's cool if you like to sleeve them. If not, you don't have to sleeve them. Alright, so let's talk about how this card works. So if you were going to purchase it, you basically, so let me draw my 5 cards of my characters right here, of one of my characters. So if you were going to purchase it, you need to have 6 points for it. So I have 3. Let's just say I have this sword right here, and then I will purchase it for 3. Boom, 6, it goes to the discard pile just like the others, and then I'll just have these cards. So basically that's how you purchase it, if anything. Now, the other little thing about it is its effect. So, know one thing. If you're going to use this card, and let's just say I was going to buy this mercenary for 2 points, and I purchase it, then use it, I cannot draw the 2 cards from the top of my deck because there is a card in the discard pile, so I have to automatically draw that. So it is a strategy type of card because it basically, let's just say I needed swords to basically cross through here, and there it is. Boom, I use the sword. Boom, I go through. So I don't have that problem. So it can give you like a sense of like, let me look around here. Let's see if I can probably buy this sword instead, or I need some more buying power, so I just buy this for 5. And that's 2, and then boom, I'll use the other card. So it basically puts a strategy. Or you can just basically say, oh, I'm going to purchase this. Here is 4 points. Then I'm going to buy this. Goes to my discard. Use this card to add it to my hand. And now this dagger is in my hand. And it says I can draw a card. Use its ability. Draw a card. Boom. So it is a card that gives a bit of strategy to think about how it works and how you can use it. But you always remember, if you're going to use its ability, your discard pile has to be empty. So when you use it, then you draw 2 cards, and then this goes and then that's how I was gonna say this goes to the discard. No, you still have your 2 buy points, but it basically opens a door of strategy saying, hey, maybe you just want to get something random because you know you have good cards in your deck, or you just basically want to purchase something and then use its ability to basically get added to your hand, so you can use that ability right there and there. So it is a good card in that aspect. So let's talk about availability and all that other stuff. Now, I'm going to say there is one little caveat, and I want to talk about it right now. So here is the standard card, and here is for my character packs. Now, the character packs have the same background, so I'm looking at this one, it doesn't matter. Now, if you guys notice, this card, these 2 cards are a little bit slight darker than the base game. This is the base game. So the base game has a little tiny tint of lighter brown compared to how dark brown these two are. And the character packs, all of them, doesn't matter if you have the C pack or the incorporated one, they have a lighter pack. So if you guys don't like that because you're going to draw cards and you're going to know what you're going to draw into, that might be a problem. But if you guys sleeve your cards in black sleeves, that's not going to be a problem. So that's the only little caveat I have with the card. But other than that, the card is pretty good. So availability and how is it? How did it come out? It came out in Essence Field 2018, as said by the card. Now, there was pictures of this one first, but everybody was selling this one. So I never got to see this one until a couple of months later after this one appeared. So here is the problem. This card on the geek market on eBay sells for around $100, around $70 to $100. You got to count shipping and all that stuff, and that's pretty pricey. And it's all just because it has that little gold symbol down there. The regular one sells for the same price because people think it's this one. So you have to be careful when purchasing this, because people probably will say, hey, I'm selling the tournament champion, but I'm selling actually this one. But it goes around the same price unless you're lucky, like me, who got this for $20 because somebody was like, oh, well, this is common and this is the rare one. But in this case, they both sell around the same price. It doesn't really matter if it's in the geek market or eBay. You just got to make sure that you're getting the right card. Now, it is pricey. And the only way that you were able to get it was at 2018 with the tournament champion. This one, I'm still not unsure because I've been to conventions and I never seen Wand of Time being given out. And I don't know any other methods of this card coming out besides Essence Field. And I'll leave a link down below of the BGG site where it talks about this card so you guys can see it yourself. But other than that, I really don't have that much information on this card and how it was given out besides the tournament champion and Essence Field. So, other than that, is this card worth it? Do you recommend do I recommend if you should buy it? The answer to that is no. It's a very pricey card. I mean, if you want to spend $100 on a card, then go ahead, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yes, it is a nice, juicy card. It adds a bit of strategy, makes you figure out, should I do something at random? Should I just draw random cards, or should I just look at what's here and just take my chances with a card that I know that I can do more combos with? So it is a good card in that aspect. A lot of people think it's a broken card. They think it's way too overpowered, but you got to pay $6 for it. You can't buy it in the first turn. I don't think so. It's going to be a little bit tough, but actually no, you can't, because you're going to probably have like 5 points max. But it is a very good card, that I will say. Now, I don't recommend it at all for the price either way, because here is just me holding half the deck, and the base game comes with 100 cards. So you're going to tell me you're going to add this card just for the base set, and that's not even counting the promos or the expansions that came out for Clank. 101? If you're playing a 2-player game, a 3-player game, you're barely going to see it. Now, if you add the expansions, like the Mummy's Curse, you're adding 140 cards plus this 141, or Sunken Treasures, now you're adding 135. It's going to be 35 for the expansion, 100, that's 135, plus this is 136. You're basically never going to see this card, especially with 2 or 3-player game. And on top of that, if you add a 4th player, there might be a slight chance you might see it more often, but I don't really recommend it. For the price, I don't recommend it. I mean, if you get lucky and you find it for cheap, or you can find someone who was willing to trade it for you, awesome. But other than that, I don't recommend paying such a high price for the card. I do recommend getting the card if, like I said, if it's cheap or if it's available through a trade. But other than that, let everybody know in the comments below, guys. Do you highly recommend getting the Wand of Time card for your Clank board game? Or, no, forget it, it's too expensive. Hell no. Not a waste of money. You're better off getting yourself a brand new Clank Legacy game instead. So let everybody know in the comments below, like I said. Well, with that being said, I got a special thanks for you guys for watching. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, please give a like to the video so I can continue making more videos like this. And thanks for watching.